Oh, hello, welcome. A little behind the scenes action here. For you tele owners, you know, these pick guards can get pretty scratchy when you plug them in. You get static on the pick guard and it comes out the amplifier. So if you use a little dryer sheet, you can solve that problem. Well, hello and welcome to Breakout session number 50. Can you believe it? Number 50. Today is going to be do more with less. It's going to be kind of a short one today, but it'll be a good one, I'm sure. So as usual, I want to say hi to all the Guitar League members out there that might be watching and ask if you haven't, if you would please subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell, we'll notify you when a new breakout session's coming up or whatever. I got a lot of stuff on this website, on this YouTube channel. Also, if you like it, would you please hit the bell? Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit about rhythm guitar. Okay, the rhythm section of a band is the heart of the band. The drums, the bass, and the rhythm guitar player. They keep it going. They are the heartbeat. I know everybody wants to be a lead guitar player, but there's a big value in being a good rhythm player. So we're going to talk about that today. And we're going to talk about, I'm going to show you how to do more with less. Okay, usually if you are playing with a band and they have a rhythm section, you don't need to be playing big monster chords and stepping on the bass. You know, you need to play little triads and little, the high notes, okay, the higher part of the register to stand out. So I'm going to show you a simple little pattern, and we're going to stay within 3 frets today. Right, today we're staying between the 5, 6, 7, 8 fret there, okay? So this 3 fret area, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th fret area. But you'll be able to move that as we go, and I'll show you why this is such a slick little way to do it. The chord charts are going to be down in the description. And we've talked about, in breakout session number 49, we talked about some chords. You know, we weren't necessarily naming them. We were calling them an artist's name or something. But we did talk about 6 chords, you know, and they're the same fingering as like a C7 chord. Drop down 1 set of strings, becomes then a 6 chord. So this, you know, and the root would be the bottom note, right? So this would be an A6 chord right here like this. You know, if you were playing an E7 shape, brought it down 1, it's an A6. So I'm going to show you how to play like a 1-4-5 progression without moving from there and barely moving at all and using a minimal amount of fingers, okay? So the first chord we're going to use today is the A6. The second chord is going to be your 4 chord, which would be like a D7 or a D9. So you're just going to lift up this finger, okay, your middle finger, and you're going to bar the bottom 3 strings with 1 finger and play 4 strings. Okay, can you see that? These 2 fingers haven't changed from the A6. The only thing that's changed is you lift up your middle finger and you're barring the bottom 3 strings with 1 finger, with your first finger. Okay, that's going to represent the D7. Okay, then you know, in a like a 1-4-5 progression, you know, it's going to go from an A to a D7. So you only have to move like these 2 fingers right here to do that. And then when it goes to the 5 chord, it's going to go to like an E9. And you will only have to play 3 strings on the 7th fret. You're just barring the bottom 3 strings and you're hitting that, you can hit the big E as a bass, because although those three notes would be a B minor, if they're played over an E chord, they're an E9. They're the bottom part of an E9 shape right there. And then if you take that down 2 frets, that's going to be the bottom part of a D9. And you can play the D, open D if you wanted to. That gives you a D9. So you, right now, you're like moving, you got the A6, the D7, let's take it back. A6, D7, A6, D7, A6, E9, D9, A6, and you can get real fancy and take that E9 up 1 and come back on a turnaround. So So you see how that could be in the bands, you know, the bass has got some bass going and the drummer's got the drum going, but you've got the rhythm. This works really good, excuse me, in an up-tempo blues, like a jump blues or something like that, but you could play it in any 1-4-5 progression, okay? So the A6, a D7, A6, D7 maybe, A6, E9, D9, back to A6, and then some kind of a turnaround. And that could be just coming up 1 fret on the bottom 3 strings. So, it doesn't get any easier than that. I talked about doing more with less. There you go. So, the beauty of this is we stayed within 3 frets, right? Sometimes you're playing with a band and they go, well, we're going to do a 1-4-5 in B flat, and you go, wow, that's really hard. But all you would have to do with this scenario is move the whole pattern up 1 fret, because you'd go from A, because this is your root note where your bottom finger is, okay, in this scenario. So if you moved it up 1, you'd be in B flat. So those same moves would be in B flat. So you can move it all. We're going to do it in G. You know, whatever key they pick, you can do it, and you can stay within the 3 fret area. Doesn't get any simpler than this, and the other band members are going to love you because you're not stepping on their stuff and you're giving it. Now you can play, you can, you know, as the song goes on, you can move around all the places you know how to play an A, you know, a D7 and an E7, okay? But this way you're staying out of their way. And it doesn't have to be a jump blues, it could be any kind of blues, it could be a slow blues. But this move is so simple, from the A to the D7, just moving like that. So give that a try. As I mentioned, the chords are down in the description. And here's just one other quick tip. You know that, like, if you wanted to play like a D chord in the A position, you know, this is a D chord in the A position, and you wanted to just play the bottom 3 strings of it, you know, that's how you'd put your fingers. Well, a cool thing is if you get used to, instead of just putting your finger on the bottom string of that, if you get used to barring that chord, you can play it like a suspended chord. Okay, so that'd be like, you know, when you're doing it in a D shape D, but you can do it, so you can do it anywhere. So you can suspend that chord with just one finger if you bar the two fingers, two notes at the beginning of that chord. Instead of just playing the 3 notes like that, if you bar that, it's the same thing, but then you can lift a finger off, and it's going from this note to that note. And you can also then move around, suspended 4, suspended 2, the chord, suspension, 4, chord, suspended 2. That's just a bonus one, but I like that. It's, again, doing more with less. You're barely moving, okay? So we're going to see you in the next video. I hope everybody's having a good holiday out there, and be safe, and take care.